Young Cole Beats. Young Cole Beats. Young Cole Beats.
These next 5 years might be the most important 5 years of your life. You have to grow the business you're in, but you also have to anticipate.
Young Cole Beats.
They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way up, way too fly. Yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down. No, got a soul view to myself. Yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. It's my vocation. Now I got rollies all in rotation. Hop on a jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moments was trapped in the basement. Now the hard work is all taking me places. Water all bad like we trapped in the matrix. Bet on myself and go ball out in Vegas. Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with. I ain't make it this far for myself. I had to prove to everybody else. I had to set them straight. I had to boss up. I had to renovate. I know they hate when you elevate. You're stacking up losses, I'm handing them out. Yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment. I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly. I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah, they hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate.
I promise you, that intro sometimes make me want to change the. I hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. I like that intro a lot because for one, he be talking about how we come from other places to Las Vegas and we gonna ball out in Las Vegas. It's just a lot of little things in that intro that I do like. What up, everybody? Burn Live, marijuanically keeping you connected, changing the viewers' irate, keeping underage smoking on social media, killing myself for your entertainment, sitting here with friends and family, starting a cannabisation. We got other people that will be on a little bit later on into the show, but we're starting an early show out for everybody that's up in here. I got Miss Georgetta, the queen of telling the truth. The queen of the ocean, Miss Submarine Seller. Hey, every intro, your titles just probably gonna get longer and longer. Your intro gonna get longer and longer. You on mute.
I said it right because I'm gonna keep adding on.
See that's dope. I wish I can do that. Even though I be adding on, but I'm gonna forget. But other people like can't forget. So we had a good conversation yesterday about a what if scenario of America if we was all in Florida. I think that was a pretty good conversation. Drake and Kanye. I mean Drake and Kendrick Lamar still breaking their internet. Illegal immigration is still overpopulating America. Still a lot of the little things going on. Umar Epps just posted out that he doesn't like that all these white women are getting with these college bro men. And what was crazy about that, and I wanted to bring this sort of up yesterday in a conversation because I had a video to kind of back up the argument or kind of explain the argument a little bit more from a perspective, you know what I'm saying, just besides my opinion and give my perspective about why do a lot of these college men pick these white women over black women and stuff like that. And the video just was like, the dude was like, man, bro, all his friends was D1 students and stuff like that. It was like, it was amazing. It was shocking, but then it's not too shocking when you hear the reasons. Like, oh, well, that makes sense of why, if that's true, of why you was choosing a white girl over a black girl. Like, I'm sorry, you know, certain things that the guy was arguing made sense. He was just like, the white girls would be there with him until after practice was over, and if they go out to eat, they wasn't complaining about some of the places that they was going out to eat and stuff like that. So it was just like, oh, well, you know, if I would have said it, it'd have been a problem. But to hear, so this is the argument. First of all, this is what's putting out on social media where people are, where the black community is like, what's going on? Because this was this year's draft. I think this was the number 1 or top 5 draft pick, and this is what had happened.
You know, what is the obsession with the black players with the white girls, Joe? Like, what is it? Why don't never really see no white football player or a basketball player for that matter pulling up to his draft party with a black girl? Never. I've never seen it. Y'all tell me if y'all seen it. What is it? Is it because when you're in college, the white girls are more accessible? That can't be it. I guess depending on what school, like if you go to Duke or North Carolina, it's more white girls or something like that. I don't know what school this kid went to. Is the football colleges have more white? Like, what is the obsession? What is it, bro? Like, I want to say that it's because you think a white girl is better. That's just what I think. Like, why do you think that, though? I don't understand it. Not saying it's all the black players, because it's not. But I'm just literally asking him, what is the obsession with black athletes with white girls? Like, I'm confused about the whole situation.
All right.
Energy costs.
Okay. Have you ever noticed that or see that, or do you think that may be true that black men are really just going after white women for some odd reason? Is it really visible like that? I guess is the question. Is it really that obvious?
It's very obvious, very visible. Mm-hmm.
So it's very obvious, very visible. I mean, I guess so, because like, and the reason I bring this up and I bring the subject up, because it's kind of like what Z was talking about yesterday with Omar Epps, Dr. Umar, and how he's going to break it down and say it. And then, like I said, these are the people that's arguing this argument, like we tripping, or guys that think like that are tripping. So I want you to hear what he had to say real quick too.
So let's flip it one time. You take issue with the King Kong of consciousness. Let's flip it. How many white billionaires have chosen to make a black woman their baby mama?
Well, listen, this is not something I'm obsessed with, so I had to Google it. But George Lucas is a white male billionaire, and his wife is black, right? His wife is black, which, by the way, you know, I find it fascinating that this guy uses the phrase baby mama, which says everything you need to know about his mindset. His mindset is very immature and childish because, you know, the framing really should be, well, how many white billionaires have chose to make a black woman his wife? But again, because his mindset is in the ghetto, right? He says baby mama, which I think is a derogatory term, okay, to use to refer to a woman, right? The goal is not to be a baby mama. The goal is to be a mother or to be a wife, right? That is the goal, right? Not a baby mama. The fact this guy's using the term baby mama tells you everything you need to know.
I need an answer to my question. Can somebody answer the question, please? Can somebody answer the question? How many white billionaires have chosen to turn a black woman into a billionaire baby mama? I need an answer. I'm riding for black women today.
Again, that's the problem. That's the problem. You riding for black women, okay, and you're not actually really using your brain, right? You're just out here simping. Okay, because you're trying to appeal to a certain group of people who are mad and upset and jealous that they can't obtain a man that has the same status as an athlete. And instead of asking yourself the question of, well, why is it that these athletes aren't dating black women, right? Why are they choosing to date outside of their race and reflect on that? No. They just want to shame the men for choosing to love who they want to love, which in my opinion, I think is weird. I think it's really weird.
I'm not. What you got to say? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go first.
I'm not gonna say I think it's weird, but I think it's backtracking on moving forward and what we're trying to get rid of. When I spoke yesterday and I was like, we're trying to get rid of racism. We're not always pointing the finger at who do what, when, and where. That's not really the case. When men get in situations, good or bad, I'm just gonna put it out there. When men get in situations, it's really, really, really about that one person that held him down to make the man feel some type of way, in a good way, hopefully, most likely in a good way to move forward. Even at a time of need, even in a problem, who made me feel like my job was easier? In college, where you got all these recruiters, you got NIT money, you got everybody that wants autograph, you got people that try to get you to go to their college. Who at that time is holding me down to where I feel like I'm comfortable in my corner? Most people that go to these good colleges, D1 colleges, are not going to colleges in their hometown. They're going across town. They're going across state to go to the best colleges to try to provide for their family. And it seems like every time it gets to the draft picks or when they get drafted, he with a white girl. Well, why is he with the white girl? What statutes did he bring upon to solidify that? She had to do something. You think, I mean, do you really think that she did like nothing? You think a white girl did absolutely nothing? She just stood there and just showed her pretty white skin and got everything she needed. Now she getting this bag with this man in college, going to the pros. Because that's what it sounds like a lot of people assimilate to when they talk about a black man dealing with a white girl. It's like she just smiled. That's all she did. She didn't carry his bag. She didn't help the nigga with the homework. She didn't do shit. And I was like, well, if that's the scenario and she didn't do nothing, then no, she probably is a bag chaser. But if she did something, if there was something there that she did to obtain, to help out, then that's where I'm like, well, there's reason behind it. Okay. And not only did I think that at first, but then I heard this guy speak up and I was like, oh my God, it's almost like what I'm saying, but He just telling you more from a football player's perspective.
TikTok went viral of this guy answering the relevant question of why is it that these athletes are choosing to marry white women?
Why are all these black college athletes that are getting drafted having white women? What's going on? I am going to tell you, as someone that is friends with a lot of D1 football players and D1 basketball players, I'm going to tell you because they have told me. Whoa. Before I get into this, I want to make it clear I'm only into black women. I'm just telling you what they have told me. My man said, bro, how many white women have you seen do the Meg Thee Stallion challenge? And he said, excluding the ones that think they're 2 shades away from being Lotto. I said, probably only 1. He said, okay. Y'all, 5 of my guys that play on Division 1 Power 5 football teams, and they were like, Goody, you know the type of NIL deals we got. One of my men said, bro, I was messing with this black girl. She heard about the deal I got and started to request money, Apple Pays and Cash Apps for her hair and nails. Oh, shit. My other friends were saying, bro, I would try to take her out to Chipotle, Kava, this and that. She would get mad talking about, why are we going to steakhouses? You're good for it. I said, oh, shit.
Sounds about right. Right. Sounds about right. This is the ghetto mentality. Okay. This is definitely the mentality of these certain type of women who, again, you know, well, happens to happen that, oh, okay, you're gonna be who believe in them.
They got us our favorite Kava bowl. They know that we're making. So like, bro, the white women we're dating, they pay for a lot of our stuff. I said, what do you mean? They said, bro, they know that we're making some money, but while we're at practice or we're at camp, they got us our favorite Kava bowl, double chicken, right? Waiting for them to come out of practice. My friends are telling me these girls are getting their group projects done, getting their essays done, online tests done on time.
AKA they're bringing something to the table, right? They're not just, you know, ripping you off, okay, smooching off you, drawing.
Do anything what you just heard make sense? He's literally the guy is literally saying that when I'm with dating a black girl trying to go through college, she got this and they know I'm getting this NIT. She asks for money, cash out. Let's go to the most expensive places. Nothing to help that man save his money and get to the pros to where he can't afford to do stuff like that. Where you hearing the guy saying I'll date white girls and yeah, they splitting the bills. They help me get my homework done on. These are things that seeming more professional, more helpful worthy in a conversation.
Right.
So
I'm not sleepy, y'all. I'm just trying to let these Tylenols wear up. I'm gonna kick in.
I kind of say to my sisters like that Steve Harvey book, Think Like a Man, is really starting to backfire on society, because now a female getting a bag and they still want the man to pay for everything too while they're chasing the bag themselves. It's like 70-40 in a relationship. She needs her 70% of the relationship while you bring in your 40% in, because yet again you bring home 60, but she's still taking 20.
All right.
That, I don't know, dog. That was just interesting. I should have brought that up yesterday too. I'm like, you want to hear why people are doing that? See, Zay wouldn't be able to. He wouldn't be able to deal with that. Realistically, he would have heard that and like, dude lying. Dude don't know. I'm like, dude just said he got a lot of D1s. He's telling you the difference. We're not saying all black sisters are like this, but we just saying like the hood mentalities. I just made it. I'm probably the first one out the hood. Yeah, it's a lot of people that's getting into stuff like that. And then for other people who like to debate and stuff, like when it comes to female debating, I like to go find a female that thinks like me and bring them up in discussions and stuff like that. So therefore, I don't sound like a man that just that hates on women and stuff like that, you know, especially when April had a conversation a while back. Is this lady right here, glasses, I would definitely always use for those females that are feminists and like, it's my body, I should do what I want to. Okay, cool. Here's a female that disagrees with you, and her logic sounds just like mine, but 10 times smarter. Yeah, I got stuff for that ass. Especially when it comes to debate. I feel like my job here is not only just to debate, but keep a conversation going when it's dulling down. Pick up the hype parts, make it interesting, and stuff like that. Another conversation that seems to be breaking away is this Candace Owens, and okay, y'all. I think y'all know I'm a Candace Owens fan. I think Candace Owens is somebody that's doing it big for us in the black community that speaks out on things like that. Even though they still call her coon, they still call her sellout because she's dating a white man. She got mixed kids, but a lot of people got mixed kids out here. I don't get it. Me personally, I don't get it. But ever since Candace Owens have gotten fired from the Daily Wire, it has been in the news that Candace Owens have got her nigger wake up call, and I'm like, are y'all sure she's getting a wake up call, or is she fighting back a smarter way and not using the black tactics that black people would love her for her to do? And then this popped up 4 days ago, and I want to just update my audience on what's going on with the Candace Owens thing with the Daily Wire.
Of course, being the one of major note. Candace Owens has said that I've been fired because I haven't been allowed to speak freely. Candace Owens says that she's been fired because she said Christ is king and because of other disagreements in foreign policy at the Daily Wire. Candace Owens says, you have no idea when I truly speak out about everything I have endured, the entire world will be positively shocked. It is so far beyond the realm of sanity. She is saying that, obviously, in response to people noticing that they said Candace Owens was fired for liking a tweet. You can get fired for liking a tweet. Now, okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's see how it plays out. And it is playing out in a rather ugly fashion, and there are a lot of people getting involved. This is comedian Andrew Schultz. I really like Andrew Schultz's comedy. Andrew Schultz says that Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens should debate, and that Ben Shapiro doesn't win debates when it's on a level playing field. Here's what he has to say.
She's not afraid of nobody. She will say whatever the she wants to say. She will debate any single person. She'll go out there and do it, right? Ben Shapiro is debating college kids.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest, right? It's like anytime he debates somebody who's like worthy, he either gets washed or bare minimum stalemate. I've never seen him actually win a debate against somebody who's like educated in the matter.
So this would be a very, very interesting debate. The reason why is twofold. One, obviously, Candace Owens is demanding that debate. Candace Owens saying in response to that clip, I would like to debate Ben Shapiro on Israel and the current definition of anti-Semitism. Can somebody make that happen? Also,
that's the big question. That's the big thing that's going on around her. The big controversy, ladies and gentlemen, is just anti. I can't even say the word. Basically, freedom of speech. What is it? What is the basis of freedom of speech? We also letting a war get out of hand so bad to where it is coming over here on American soil. It's at every college, forums, and states where we be at. It's very dangerous. I'm gonna keep saying this over and over for the next couple of days because I want my audience and people to watch my show to realize that I'm not against Israel or Hamas. I'm just against the war that is causing over here in my country. When you take freedom of speech and you use terrorist language, then I'm not too sure you can call that freedom of speech without somebody saying that, yeah, we need to take this down a notch. You know, it becomes, I guess, what you say, hate speech. And a lot of people don't want to deal with hate speech, and a lot of people especially in my black community, wouldn't really understand hate speech unless it was like racism directly straight towards them, which, and you could take it how you want to take it and be what you want to be. Candace Owens is fighting up for freedom of speech on a publicism situation. We are publicizing something that's going down. Therefore, we're not trying to just show off our intelligence. But hey, I've been arguing this was wrong. I've been arguing that was wrong. I've been doing the detective work. And yet again, I am a Christian. You are a Jew. I don't see nothing wrong with that. We have a disagreement in something, but yet again, I get fired. That's the part where freedom of speech had to take a look at and understand that I was working for a company that at first we was having a problem. Now we have a problem. Like, where is the true problem? That's really where it's at, y'all. That's where it's at. So I'm gonna go back to this and play this a little bit deeper.
So, because Ben Shapiro has publicly roasted Candace Owens and bashed Candace Owens, calling her a pseudo-intellectual.
The question is about Candace Owens. I think her behavior during this is disgraceful. I think that her post-sophistication on these particular issues has been ridiculous. It's not post-sophistication, it's ridiculous. Everybody can see the moves that she's making and the things that she's saying, and I find them disreputable.
This is right here is the evidence that people are looking at, that people want to say, like, yeah, this is what's making a debate worthy. This is why I like podcasts. This is why I like sitting down here with my friends and family starting a conversation, because we're obviously able to talk about things that either matters to us. A good conversation may erupt. You just never know what may happen in a podcast. You never know what somebody might say. Somebody might say something very electrifying and shocking to you. And when you're ready to hear the truth of the matter, or when you're ready to face the facts, even I'll be wrong on things. I'm not perfect on everything when I'm up here debating somebody, but I'm be close and factual as possible to an argument, to be truthworthy. And that's what I be trying to do. Real smack. That is what I be trying to do. It's not like I'm up here trying to be the best and I'm the smartest, but sometimes a good conversation and people can learn something. That's why I'm out here. I be looking for the uniqueness of somebody, people that are definitely opinion-minded of me and how I think, because, hey, I know how I think. And I know we ain't gonna think the same. I know we're not gonna think the same. Period. And don't forget about this war, y'all. I just want to bring this up real quick.
Because if it does, then there's a significant likelihood that America will have to get into the conflict, not simply with our money, but with our servicewomen and our servicemen. We can either stop Russia in Ukraine by continuing our military and economic support, or we can face a challenging situation where Vladimir Putin and Russia are able to overrun Ukraine and then threaten NATO allies.
No doubt that that's Putin's goal.
We have no doubt that if Vladimir Putin is successful in Ukraine, he won't stop.
Or you'll not. And if you are,
conversations about this war and stuff like that still bothers me. It's taxpayers' money, and I made a wild bold prediction. Well, not prediction, but I made a wild bold statement yesterday, and I kind of stand on what I said. Is like, if I was out here doing war, even though war is violence, it'd be pay-per-view. It'll be for the world to watch and for people to get rich off of, because it's not. I just believe it's not fair. And I'm gonna stand on this. And Zay was here. He was like, "See, you don't even like paying for stuff that. Yes, I don't like my money going to a war that we're funding where there's not a winner or a loser. To where my money is just making sure that people go to work every day and duck bullets. That's not really cool. I want the peace to end the war. What was it take for these two countries to stop the war? That's more important than me spending trillions and billions of dollars funding something because somebody else over there getting paid. And then you hear on the news that supplies and things are not even making it to its destination. It's getting seized, it's getting taken, it's getting bullied, it's getting all this other extra stuff. So is that fair? And that's why I'm like, okay, something's got to change. Something's got to give. You can't just be sitting up here looking at all of this drama and then say, hey, this drama has happened. These are our allies. What type of allies are these people? Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I gotta hear this, y'all. Not to cut y'all off, but I gotta hear this. Brittany Griner from the WNBA went. Y'all be talking about me and things that matter. Y'all be talking about me and things that matter, but yet again, when you're looking at this right here, this matter. This lady was locked up in Russia. We gave her up on an arms Russia deal, and Russia went to war. Russia's still at war. Huh? Russia is still at war. Like, come on, y'all. Let's get into this.
It's like a county jail.
Yes.
So now you know, okay, not only are they arresting me, but I'm really going to be taken to jail.
Yes.
Did you think?
Do y'all hear how deep that voice is?
In that moment, Brittany Griner, am being taken to jail? Or did you think in that moment, wait a minute, I am a Black queer woman in a country?
Ooh, I'm just gonna pause because you felt that attention like she almost said I'm a Black man. She almost.
Brittany Griner, am being taken to jail? Or did you think in that moment, wait a minute, I am a Black queer woman in a country in which I am a super minority and not necessarily an embraced minority? And what in the world is that jail going to be like for me?
I was terrified when I was thinking about going to that jail because I was like, what games are they going to play? And I soon found out one of the games on trying to tell me to go into one of the men's cells. And I'm like, I'm not going in that cell. And then the other guard, said something in Russian and shook his hand. And then they take me to the women's side. And I was just like, see, it's a game.
All right, guys. So we got to talk about this absolutely hilarious interview between Joy Reid and Brittany Griner. Okay, Brittany Griner.
It almost sounds like something got exposed over there in Russia that never got exposed over here in America. It sounds like they did a little bit more of your background and found out that you're not a queer, you're not a lesbian. So I don't know. Y'all know what y'all know.
WNBA star who is trying to sell a book off of what happened to her in Russia. Okay, and she's gonna tell this hilarious story to Joy Reid about how apparently the Russian prison guards or jail guards, they attempted to throw her in a men's jail cell.
And see, this is the part where America is gonna look at them like, see, y'all wrong for doing that. How rude of y'all. Y'all are so disrespectful for being like that. That is a woman. And she could have been in there with mans and really got assaulted. Okay. That is true. That'd have been wrong. But if it's wrong to come out later on down the road that she was a transgender, we did have a transgender male in the WNBA. And see, this is the scenario that they will push, that we had one in the league and she wasn't dominant like y'all claim that men is supposed to be when if they switched over to became a man or became a woman. When they switched over, became a woman and went to the WNBA, they'd be dominant. And that's what type of reaction you're going to get from people is this right here. That, look at them, laughing hard, because if you was a woman, there's no way another country is going to mistake you. There's just no impossible way. What made them mistake you for a man? What? And what and why?
After they arrested her, they tried to put her in a man's jail cell, bro. Yo, when I first heard her say that, bro, I lost it. So anyways, I want to react to this interview because this is hilarious to me.
In the airport in Russia.
It was definitely a free fall. It was just like, you ever been so scared? Like something just really like to the core, not, a little ghost scared, but I'm talking like really loved one in danger type fear. That feeling is what went through my whole body. I literally saw my life flash before my eyes.
Not gonna lie to nobody. Not gonna lie to nobody. Just gonna be real. It is hard to take this interview serious. I'm sorry. Just saying. Just want to put that out there. I'm taking it serious as possible, but it's kind of hard.
I was like, it's over. BG is no more in that moment, and I was definitely afraid.
Were you sure that
BG at that moment is
because part of this story is the fact that you were a star in Russia. You were on the ACAT team. You were the star of that team. Russian kids run up to you and want your autograph. Did part of you think, no, they're gonna let me go?
Supercharge your business with the all-new Shopify point of sale, the all-in-one POS solution.
There was a little hope, but then at the same time, I also understand the relations in between, our countries, and I'm like, then that's not going to slide.
Yeah, you knew you effed up, and this is why you shouldn't have went, right? Why'd you think it'd be a good idea to go when the U.S. was telling people from the U.S. not to go, right? America,
not just when they're spoken, but being forced to sign something.
Yeah.
Now, you don't speak Russian.
Not at all.
And no one there spoke English. They finally get somebody from duty free
store
to come over and try to translate. When you finally relented after being prodded and needled to sign this paper, what did you think you were signing?
I had no idea what I was signing. I knew I was signing something that probably needed to be read to me. My dad's history in law enforcement and all that. So I knew this was something that needed to be explained to me. What am I, by me signing this paper, what am I saying? What am I agreeing to? What rights am I giving up? It was none of that. It was just a duty-free worker that came over and said, you sign here in very broken English. It wasn't even, you have to sign this paper because this is giving up your rights or you're admitting to none of that.
I mean, you played for 7 years in Russia, so you know a little something about the country. You felt you had an affinity for the country, but
yes. Which country do you love more, America or Russia? That's what I want to hear.
In that moment, as you're thinking, okay, I am going to be arrested, you write about your arrest, and you're told you're going to be taken to the Kim Key Police Station. It's a temporary detention center. It's like a county jail.
Yes.
So now you know, okay, not only are they arresting me, but I'm really going to be taken to jail.
Yes.
Did you think in that moment, Brittany Griner, am being taken to jail? Or did you think in that moment, wait a minute, I am a Black queer woman in a country in which I am a super minority and not necessarily an embraced minority. And what in the world is that jail going to be like for me?
I was terrified when I was thinking about going to that jail because I was like, what game are they going to play? And I soon found out one of the games on trying to tell me to go into one of the men's cells. And I'm like, I'm not going in that cell. And then the other guard, said something in Russian and shook his hand. And then they take me to the women's side. And I was just like, see, it's a game.
Yeah.
Yo, that's so hilarious to me. Yo, they really try to Yo, I'm dying. I don't know why that's so funny, bro. That's so funny.
We know why that's funny. That's the sad part. We know why it's funny. Because all along, a lot of us have been speculating and thinking that, hey, that this person is part. Man, that's a man. Talk like a man, walk like a man, dress like a man, got in trouble like a man, but got free like a woman. That's the question that we are having. That's the question that we were thinking about. When you thought about it, you thought about it. And if you didn't, hey, most men probably sit up there and be like, man, it's just something weird that's going on. I promise you about that we need to know, that we need to discuss. But, you would never know until you write a book and get paid. Is that the biggest thing that's going on today in today's society? Internet's going crazy over first Superman look. I'm just going to show it like this. Switching the subject real fast, real quick. You see the look, y'all. It's not a very positive big look yet. Who I think got the best, biggest look. Gonna give us a granddaddy look at it. There we go.
Your heart.
I guess you can call these fanboys. This is the comic book side of me.
Jimmy John's is using legit ingredients for a sandwich.
I guess I am talking about
also looks like he's got a bit of a.
Oh, so there you go. First look, Superman outfit. Blown up. Can I blow it up? Oh, well. Y'all see that? How they look? There you go. This is for the Superman movie that's coming out, next year? I do believe next year. Next summer, we'll get Superman look. They're starting filming. First time actors in the cave. You seen a new S on his chest, the boots. This is the only picture they released with so-called Metropolis in the background. Beautiful picture. Now, and if you're not a nerd of comic books, you're probably like, I don't care, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a big deal. Everybody's talking about it. Just like everybody's talking about X-Men 97. It's a big deal. In the comic book world, when you got good comic book movies that are shining, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm excited for this movie to see the little scars. Like you see the S on his chest, but it's not clear. It's like he has been in battle with this suit before. It got a little tear on it, got a little wear on it. No, so I do appreciate it. And that fixture right there, a little two-toned blue. It's beautiful. Yeah. If that background is Brainiac. Now that I'm staring at it a little bit longer, admiring it, I'm seeing how people are saying, yeah, that looks like Brainiac in the background, terrorizing the city, Metropolis, and Superman finna go out there and do his thing. He's finna go out there and kick some ass. And like they said, there's 12 other superheroes. Like we're gonna go into this Superman movie already having superheroes established. It's not gonna be nothing new. Superman is not gonna be a baby. It's not gonna be like his first year. It's gonna be 2 or 3 years into this. You know, we're gonna really be getting into some drama, into a good Superman story, sort of saying. And I hope it do. I really do. That's a good look. I do like it. I did want to just share that because everybody's talking about it. And I was like, shit, hell, I'm on with talk about it too. I'm a fan of Superman. I can't lie. I'm a fan of any comic book movie. I done seen almost all of them. There are a few out there I haven't seen. Like a few. I can't lie to you. Cause it's like, hey, some of them is really not catching my drift. Not just wasn't worthy. Beef between Stephen A. Smith and Jackson is still popping off. That's like, wow. It's like some people in there beefing what they be having be interesting me. Man, I haven't seen one of these videos in so long.
How is Trump racist? Do you want to answer this for me? Nope, this is for you. You made the claim. How is he a racist? I'm not going to answer you. Why? Because you can't or because you won't? No, because I'm pissed at you and you should leave our campus. When we look at the Black Lives Matter discussion and we look at who's up for the presidency, Joe Biden or Donald Trump, who would be better to run Black America? I'd rather choose a Biden over a racist pedophile. Okay. How is he racist? You kidding? How is Trump racist? I'll get to you. How is Trump racist? Do you want to answer this for me? Nope, this is for you. You made the claim. Back it up. No. Well, you said I'm an idiot. He has had multiple people be killed because he has had people be killed. Ma'am, I live in a town where there was riots. Very good. I'm glad that that's where you come from. However, who has he had killed? He's caused his police to do it. He has militia-ized this country. He has militia-ized this country. I can't speak English because I suck at it, but ma'am. Don't assume my gender. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't assume your gender. What are your pronouns then? They and Z and princess. Princess? Mm-hmm. Damn. Yes. How is he a racist? I'm not going to answer you. Why? Because you can't or because you won't? No, because I'm pissed at you and you should leave our campus. Oh, no. This is a free country, right? Whose streets? My streets. Today. Yes, this is a private campus. No, it's not. It is a public university. I just want to know how Donald Trump is racist. Because he has had his militia, our military, be used to protect buildings against people who have been killed multiple times. He needs to protect the buildings. Why? Why would he need to protect the buildings? For no reason, because people... For no reason, or because they're lighting them on fire and they're killing police officers? Not people who are killing police officers. It's people like you who are causing them to light the buildings on fire. What? People like me who support the police, who is against Black Lives Matter terrorist organization. I'm the one that's causing them to tear down the buildings and light them on fire? Yeah, but it has proven that...
This is what we're arguing against when it comes to people Oh yeah, Trump is back up in there. I ain't got nothing to worry about when I just seen arguments like that. I just need to see a little proof of what was going on. Is there hope out there for the future? And yes, there is. When you got arguments that don't make no sense, that you can't even particulate. Ooh, I said it right. When you got arguments that you can't particulate and say that are true or that are actually happening, you bring up old things that might have happened and you thought have happened and should have happened. You have 4 years of Trump, 4 years of Biden. Which one was better? Which one was better? I think that's what it is to me. So Tom Brady got roasted. That's another thing that's been big on topics and stuff like that. I said one joke went too far.
Today, the NFL superstar was the roast treatment at Netflix's greatest roast of all time. The event streamed live and saw the GOAT take hit after hit from athletes and comedians.
It is great to be with a bunch of people sitting around talking smack about Tom Brady, or as we call that in the Manning family, Thanksgiving.
Tom also lost $30 million in crypto. Tom, how did you fall for that? I mean, even Gronk was like, me know that not real money. Like,
boys, Giselle gave you an ultimatum. Giselle said, you retire or we're done. That's what she said to you, Tom. You retire or we're done. Let me tell you something. When you got a chance to go 8 and 9 and all it will cost you is your wife and your kids, you got to do what the you got to do. Do you understand me?
Oh my goodness. Here's the thing. Brady looked to be a good sport for most of the jabs, but he's making headlines for the joke he didn't like. He made it known. Comedian Jeff Ross making light of Patriot owner Robert Kraft's past legal troubles.
That scrawny rookie famously walked into the owner Robert Kraft's office and said, "I'm the best decision your organization has ever made." Would you like a massage? I love Robert Kraft. I love. Okay.
Ooh, well, despite that moment, the night continued.
Oh shit! It went down like that, huh? It went down like that, huh? Like I know what we gotta do. We gotta rewind it again. I ain't know he got put on blast like that.
I love Robert Kraft. I love. Okay.
Ooh, well, despite that moment, the night continued with more jokes at Brady's expense.
I mean, what's funny is that was the joke that set him off, because there were some other things that were said.
Because it wasn't at his expense. It was at someone
I think that's why, because they were at his expense, which he asked for.
How did they do this, though? Is it just for entertainment?
I don't know. I mean,
why set yourself up for that?
They didn't say it was for sure.
They didn't. I was about to say, I feel like we would know.
You just probably got paid to get roasted.
People love it.
I'm sure there was some money in there.
I just didn't understand it.
Hey, thanks for watching.
A lot of people feel like you can't take jokes at yourself. And it's not the fact that the joke was made at Tom Brady, but when you bring other people and make them feel bad or beneath them, that's where it gets a little overboard or it gets a little out of hand where, that's not fair, that's not cool, that's not right. And that's probably where that joke went and where it went too far. Like, man, don't be making fun of me, and you make fun of me only, don't make fun of nobody else. Yeah, Trump went to the F1 in Miami, baby. Heard it was electrifying. What?
Now he's been revealed to be a big liar. Terrence Howard was War Machine in the first Iron Man movie, where he was paid 9 times as much as what Robert Downey Jr. was. Because they wouldn't increase his pay for Iron Man 2 because of Robert Downey Jr.'s $9.5 million pay increase, he quit the series entirely. He's been very bitter since to Robert Downey Jr. not talking to him and saying he owes him $100 million. Now Terrence Howard is also suing his agents over the show Empire, saying he wasn't paid enough money at $325,000 per episode. And Jim Parsons was paid 3 times as much money for Big Bang Theory despite similar ratings, and his agency intentionally ripped him off to make deals with the studio. Now it's revealed that Terrence Howard's whole life is a lie, where for years he's told people he had a PhD in chemical engineering from South Carolina State University, but it's been revealed he never even went there. He's also claiming to have wrote an entire thesis paper making the claim 1 × 1 = 2 and argue with academia over it. In reality, he studied chemical engineering at Pratt University, but never finished his bachelor's degree. So yeah, he's freaking nuts. And with that, I'm Charles Pross. Subscribe to learn something.
Hey, they bringing out videos because this man is talking about some real number of things and getting deep. And then they're going to always say, well, is he crazy? They always going to speak that, is he crazy? What is Stephen A. Smith up here talking about in the LeBron James era? Is they demanding him to retire? What are they saying? Let's listen in a little bit.
I think it's jacked up that Darvin Ham is gone. I think he's been scapegoated. I'm pissed off about it. But I'm not surprised by it. But no matter how pissed off I am about it, it was nothing compared to my man Mike Wilbon. For pardon the interruption fame, former columnist for the Washington Post, my colleague and contemporary on NBA Countdown. Mike Wilbon, I was with him all weekend. He was furious. Absolutely furious. And if you don't believe me, look at it for yourself.
If you want to be the GOAT, you want to tell everybody you're the GOAT, you're the greatest player of all time, you want to have it on podcasts, you want to have it, then take accountability like one. Do that.
Say no more. Because at the end of the day, that's really what it comes down to. By the way, even Kendrick Perkins is rethinking his position on calling LeBron James the GOAT. Because with GOAT status comes accountability. This is not a 9th coach that LeBron James has had in his 21-year career. He's going to be on his 10th coach. Now Shaq had 13. Kobe had 10. Jason Kidd had 9. We get all of that. Okay? But look at this right here. LeBron James, Cavaliers, Paul Silas, Brendan Malone as an interim, Mike Brown for 5 years, Heat with Eric Spoelstra. If it were up to LeBron, one could argue that when that happened because LeBron wasn't high on Eric Spoelstra when he first arrived. Pat Riley just let him know, no, bro, you ain't running this organization. I am. Eric Spoelstra ain't going no damn place. And sure enough, Eric Spoelstra has proven to be one of the great coaches in the history of the game. You got Cavaliers coach David Blatt. Well, David Griffin, the GM at the time, didn't really want Blatt. Ownership wanted Blatt, but they wouldn't have picked Blatt if.
Ooh-wee, y'all. What's... If people are gonna make arguments like this on LeBron, and I never seen LeBron take this much heat where social media is so big where you can't help but take you can't help but take some of this heat. What are you gonna do? What you gonna do? How you gonna do it? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when you gonna? I'm just playing, y'all, but you really gotta kind of like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go out as the bad guy. That's the only thing I can see. Like, man, If you don't mind going out as the bad guy, you really just want to stand there. You don't care what nobody says. You want to play with your son. It's really for the merits of everything. Then go ahead, hit them up. Do what you think. Don't care. But if it's more than that, if it's deeper than that, I hope these people are not really getting up under your skin when you're trying to achieve something that nobody else is achieving, and maybe shouldn't care about being the GOAT. I mean, other people brought the GOAT. It wasn't his fault that people was bringing up the GOAT method. It really. So, how you gonna take it? In the guts or in the balls? That's more how it's gonna be, y'all. Oh my God. Super Mayor. What are we gonna learn about?
Let me see the chat. Let the wig guy. All right. Wow. Beetlejuice. Yeah, they hired Beetlejuice, which is interesting to me too.
We can't go into that. I know that was a 3-hour breakdown. We're gonna wait till that been shorter. But the investigation of Super Mayor Henry of Dalton, Illinois, is still under investigation by the FBI. Cat Williams calls out trash on woke comedy. Let's see what this is about.
News, I'm Symphony Thompson. Over the weekend, Cat Williams filmed and released his latest stand-up comedy special, Woke Folk, which was streamed live on Netflix. Expectations were high, mostly due to Cat's viral interview with Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay earlier this year. The podcast episode is less than 2 million views away from becoming the most seen interview on YouTube. Now, in the special, Cat would tackle many current events, including commentary on Joe and Hunter Biden, reparations for Black people, the Ukraine war, his Club Shay Shay interview, and so much more. Despite coming from a fan favorite, Cat's comedy special would receive a number of mixed reviews from those on social media. There appears to be a portion of Cat's fan base that was expecting more and left disappointed. Now, Faison Love is known as one of Cat's loudest critics, and he took to Instagram to criticize the special soon after it began streaming. Faison would post a photo of bricks being laid down to create a wall with a headshot of Williams attached. His caption read, "Point to the brick." Then followed that post up with another that simply said, "Now I know why he calls it woke," followed by several Z's to suggest the special made him fall asleep. On this post, he added another caption that said, "Somebody said he left his jokes backstage." One user would suggest the reason Faison had so many negative things to say about Cat's special was because Faison wasn't booked, so he had plenty of time on his hands. Now, comedian Lunel, who has famously been the opening act on Cat's tours for the last decade and a half, would chime in and laugh at the comment. When Faison gave his thoughts on the special, users on social media would call him out for not having a stand-up special on his own and accuse him of being a hater. Joining me is our very own John Abba to give our thoughts on Cat Williams' latest special, Woke Folk, on Netflix. Before we get started, I have to ask.
What's going on?
The best. What is this?
I had to, I took a couple shots at the last time I was here. So I said, you know what? I'm probably gonna say some more wild stuff. Give it granted that I love our audience, that they keep it real with me.
Yeah.
They don't give a damn who I am. We don't care you founded this.
They told you to go to the back. I saw somebody go. They was like, yeah, he need to stay in the back.
But I'm back.
You are.
I see what you did there.
Back. Okay.
Back to back.
Stop it. We're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. So
for sure.
A couple things I want to talk about here, but first, just your reaction. I know you watched Cat's special.
I did.
What was your reaction to it?
I mean, I did probably what most did. I stopped my day. I locked in at 10 o'clock and I jumped on Netflix and I was gearing up and I pressed, I guess, play or whatever, his live stream.
Mm-hmm.
And, for about 15 minutes, I'm just kind of like just looking at it like, okay, I love seeing Cat. but I also love jokes, which is why I'm here.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I got the jokes that I was looking for, at least the energy I was looking for. And then just to kind of get to the chase of it, Kat, I thought it was a little lazy on your part. I felt that you are a veteran and you are a legend in this game, that you just talking about stuff is not going to cut it anymore. We got to get to a point where we're really crafting these things out. And I think it was kind of leaning in that. And, you know, I'm coming a little harsh because I think that this needs to be heard. We need to hold our veterans accountable because we want to see them excel. So it's not coming from a malice place. But also, I think that, you know, your Shannon Sharpe interview was just a better performance to me.
Yeah. Well, what do you think he could have done? Because there are a couple of people, of course, on social media kind of having that same rhetoric and thought as well. How do you think his special could have been more?
That's crazy. That's crazy. I bet you y'all finna go out there and watch that special, that Netflix special, Cat Williams, and say for yourself. I haven't watched it, no lie. I wasn't expecting this type of outlash on his stuff. Really was not. That just for real. But hey, it's like you gotta understand, you can't win them all. You're not gonna stay undefeated forever. There's gonna be one time in your life where some people, you know, you're gonna piss them off, you're gonna make them mad, they're gonna do something that you don't like. I do it a lot. That's why I'm speaking from experience. I do good, I start off good, and then one day it's just over. It just be done. But I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Ooh, I'm all on it. One of those. One of those, ladies and gentlemen. All right, y'all. I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm not going to hold y'all at all. I know it's a short show, but I'd rather give y'all a little bit of something and a little bit of nothing. Until next time, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever time you're watching this. Bye-bye.